stay till all those error messages go away.
Okay, here we are. We're back here at the Action Pool Tour, the 10-ball event, the Bash at the Beach. Back to the Beach, number 5, and we have Mr. Nilbert Lim, fine young gentleman from this greater area, a regular cue master, playing against Mark Lacson, young man I haven't seen. Nil kicks at the 2-ball and comes up, doesn't catch any. The first one came and went.
Okay. That's good.
So here, Mark is at the table. He's going to attempt to shoot the 2-10 combination with ball in hand. He fires it wide. And Ray, welcome to the booth.
Thank you for having me.
I'm George Hammerbacher, voice the Action Tour, advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association, Baltimore, Maryland. And been in the booth for 7 years now, doing this. Did you play in this event, or you player in this event?
They try to get me in. I'm just not too familiar. I've never really shot 10-ball. I haven't been on a 9-foot table in a few years, so I just didn't feel comfortable to hopping right in with both feet, so to speak.
Well, you play in leagues?
I have my own league on Tuesday nights that gonna be starting up here on the 28th out of Inland Reef. Just purchased my Driven Beach franchise in Napa, and then I shoot BCA here on Wednesday nights, okay. And then APA on Thursday nights will be finishing up here this session.
Okay.
So I'm all over the place.
Well, you know, I encourage any and all league players. You see this tour, which makes it really special, is that they feature 5 different grades of player here on this tour. Everything from like league players that are just newer or novice type. They're going to spend $40 to enter, and they'll get a minimum of 2 competitive matches against a lot better competition than they're used to.
A couple retired pros, I was told, are in here.
Sure, Liz Taylor there, the red-haired lady on the table down, played on the Ladies Classic Tour for a number of years. We have Mike Davis here today, and Mike has won a couple times on the major tours. He's going to be in our next TV match following this one. But I encourage any and all league players to come out and give this a shot, because
it definitely helps you bring your game to the next level by competing with the next level.
Oh yeah, we've had top 5 to 10 players in the world play on this tour, and at any and all times we've had 2 or 3 that had Fargo ratings over 750.
That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, well, that's what they do.
I'm just over 5.
Mm-hmm. We're playing on diamond tables, 4.5 by 9 pro tables, 4.5 inch pockets, and they're even made extra difficult by the fact that of all the times I've ever come to Q Masters, their air conditioning happens to be out not at full strength, and the tables are playing a little moist, a little wet fast.
And what's going to be hard for the players that do stay in it longer is as they get it fixed, it starts going to change the way the tables work.
Sure. But the name of this game is 10 ball, and all balls are called. If you call, say, a ball in the corner pocket, it rims and another one goes in, your opponent has the opportunity to have you shoot again or take the shot themselves. And it's more of a grinding game than 9 ball, with a lot more balls go in the break play in 9 ball than 10 ball. It's lots of like multiple inning exchanges.
I was just getting ready to say that there's no 10 ball in the break either.
No 10 ball on the break. You see now this boy's shot right now is to tap the 10 ball in on his push.
That's what we lined up like he's getting ready to.
Yeah, that's his.
Smart call.
Well, yeah, it's but he's got to make sure he doesn't bleed behind the 6. So he's going to give Nilbert a long shot, but this is trying to run a rack from here is like trying to hit 15 or 16 playing blackjack. Chances are, most of the time, your chips are going to be in the dealer's pile because it's a low percentage play where the odds aren't in your favor. Even good players very seldom break and run out in this game. That's a good shot from Nilbert.
Looks like he got a decent leave too.
Yeah, he's gonna pull the cue ball over with a little draw to the side rail and get close to the 5 ball probably. That's a pretty good shot there. That was better than I thought he could do.
The challenge will be to go from the 3 to the 4.
4 is right next to him there. He's got to really inside this ball.
Clears a 6.
That was a beautiful shot. He's a little straight on the 4, but he can play the 5 and the side off the 7 maybe.
The hardest shot for us higher skill level players is the straight shot.
Well, I've been teaching pool for 45 years, and that's the shot that all your shortcomings will come out in the wash. And the cue ball never lies. And part of my teaching techniques are to help people self-diagnose themselves, fix themselves when they're broke because of the dials of adjustment in our stances. Oh no, he didn't want to do that, I don't think. See, that's a case where he was trying to play safe, and Mark has the opportunity to maybe have him shoot again.
It looked really good.
Well, he might have the shot to 6 ball.
It looks like he does.
That's a well-struck ball. Very nice. This is... He probably come... She had 10 balls in a funny spot.
just inside of it.
Yeah. If it had lagged long, the 10 could have been partially, and he's going to play for the side on the 9. A little bit past what he wanted. He's getting line of sight. I've never seen this young man play, so I don't know. Straight in on the 10, this should be one apiece. This is a real hotbed for pool down here, Ray. Baltimore, a city that's we've got about 1,200,000 counting the city and the county. We only really have 2 real legitimate pool rooms left. We had times in 25 years ago where we had 5 in the same zip code.
I'm military, so I'm stationed here, but I remember when Q Masters used to have to be multiple Q Masters. You had the one that was over off Norview, I think it was. It was open 24 hours. It was real nice.
This place is a palace, though, with it has like 73 or 75 tables, and a true cathedral. All this nostalgia on the walls, all these old photos and things. Good food here at Q Master. Barry Berman, the founder of the U.S. Open, founded this place in the early mid-1970s, and about all the greats have played here. Good shot from Nil. Other sponsors of our Action Pool Tour include Predator Cues and Products. They make more than just high-tech shafts. They make equipment and other stuff of all interests.
Couple players out there using their chalk.
Sure. And other sponsors include Kamui chalk. You mentioned chalk, Ray. I'll tell you how highly Kamui chalk is valued. I was at the U.S. Open about 6-7 years ago, and one of the tour members that I knew was in the tournament, and they asked me if I had a piece, and they were willing to give me $50 for one piece of Kamui chalk.
Wow.
$50.
I just got a piece of their new hexagon-shaped chalk. It was on back order for like 3 months because the demand was way more than they had expected.
Sure. Kamui tips, standard in the industry. Like I said, they're playing on this Diamond Pro 4.5 by 9, 4.5 inch pockets, Artemis cushions, with Simonis 860 tournament blue cloth, and Aramith Pro Cup balls, just all standards of the industry.
Nice draw there.
Yeah, that'll play good. He's gonna have to come all the way back down to the center diamond, all the way down table for the 8 in the side. This is folly. This is folly. He's only going to get a piece of the 10 and get mock scourge spat upon over there on that cushion. It seems. I can't see what the player sees. It's my educated guess or speculation.
Definitely always different point of view from over here versus the shooters.
Sure. Like I said, he had to get tangled up with the 10. But
He's got a good angle on the 9, though. Should have an easy setup to get to the 10. You can play it 2 rails and come out shooting the side, or if he plays it soft, you can...
he's going to have to play to the corner. Smooth. Short. Not on these tables. They're wet fast, and all it has to do is touch that cushion, Ray, and the ball sticks its tongue out.
Very
at you.
unforgiving.
Sure. Tables are wet fast now. 2-1 in favor of Nilbert Lim. Other sponsors we have include Q Sports International. They're the owners of the PCA pool leagues. They run many major tournaments around the regions in the country. They have the PCA Nationals in Vegas every year, end of July, with 10,000 people descended on the Rio like locusts. All kinds of players, from league amateurs to professionals. They're all there. It's a jamboree for about 10 days.
Uh-oh.
He's misplaced his mineral. His cue ball was sunburned and it was seeking the shade. So the North American distributors of a fine product called Magic Rack. I have one in my basement that keeps the table from developing those pock marks. As you watch these guys try to rack the balls this weekend, note their difficulties, because the pock marks that the balls create when they're broken. And this is as good as it gets equipment-wise. But the balls are hit hard. They go into the cloth and jump and create little creases, little pits. And it's real hard to get the racks consistent. And that's what you'll see the players fussing with the racks.
They take pretty good care of these tables back here, though.
Oh, they have a master table mechanic. He's a tremendous player. I haven't seen him in a little while. Eric Moore, who is a professional player. He was a former player of the year on our tour, the Action Tour. He's a terrific table mechanic. EFM, for his initials, Eric F. Moore, and he's a stickler. He does the tables up at the next venue we'll be at in Richmond next month at Diamond Billiards. And Eric is as good a table mechanic as we have on the East Coast. He's a master mechanic. Other sponsors we have are Viking Cues out of originally Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, that's a...
Yeah, it's showing how the tables are getting a little bit faster as the humidity is coming down.
Well, usually in here, my experience, Ray, is sitting where I've been sitting for years. I've been in a heavy-duty sweatshirt. It gets so cold back here. For real. Good hit from Nilbert. Almost called him Raymart. No relation to a terrific Raymart Lim, who oddly enough, is
Nice shot.
I couldn't make it today. I like the high right English or the draw. This is tight. Right at the point. Came off the point, went forward, but got funny on this ball. It was on the 50-yard line.
Right on the rail, too.
I'm just going to play the corner, I think. He got to it on the short side if he wants it. Might make both balls. Not here. You can't hit them any of them shorting on these tables. Don't have a chance in hell. Uh-oh. Ooh. I thought for sure that was going to go off into the side. That he was going to get two apiece. So were you in the Navy?
Mm-hmm.
I spent time in the Navy myself in Vietnam days. Long ago.
Yep, coming up on 17 years this August.
No fooling. Oh. I joined the Navy because I didn't want to be napalm bait. I ended up on a heavy cruiser with guided missiles, a true instrument of death.
Oh, yeah.
Had a crew of 922 and had 56 Marines. It was for like a total of 978, I believe, was the total.
Another dry break.
No, a tray ball fell off. It got squeezed in up top here. But he's going to have to call Mr. Beethoven here. Going to have to roll over Beethoven. He's going to... This isn't even a pleasant push. He has to reach and shoot over that 8. Or he can do it like this. This is just as good. Let's go off the side rail to the... Oh. Boy, that was...
Did he lose the cover over the 8? It looks like he gave it back.
Gave it back to him. The shot I like, if he can hit the left edge of the 1 to come off with a lot of left English and go off behind the 5-10. I don't think he can get enough on it. Oh, he pushed to a jump. Okay.
Almost. Might get some good cover out of it.
That's as good as he could have ever hoped.
Mm-hmm.
This is dangerous to do this. His chances are real good of scratching. Kicking this way. Kick off the inside of the ball, you can only go down in the hole.
Anytime I kick at a ball, that's what happens. I end up hitting the ball perfectly square, so the cue ball falls it right in.
This place is a hotbed. I came in last night and the air conditioning wasn't working and the place was still packed. See, that's the only thing that could happen was a double kiss and leave
I
a
think-
shot.
I think he was
Or
hoping to get the
scratch.
cue ball to tuck back up underneath there off the double kiss.
That was a song from 1964 from Dusty Springfield. Wishing and a hoping, just wishing and hoping. Yeah. No percentage in this play. This is just making balls to make balls. After this,
Be interesting to see how they play the 5.
he's going to play safe and break it up. He could have.
Oh.
He's all right. I think he left 0-0. He might have a little purple paint. I don't know. Oh, he had a lot of that ball.
He had him hidden just enough that he couldn't quite get it to the corner.
This shot screams for his safety. Go behind the 9. A shot to make it. He'll pay for that. Now off the inside of the 4. Up table. Back to 4 towards the 7. And lay him on the 5-10. Hitting it medium thin. No percentage. Well, there's no place to hide now.
No.
8's on the cushion. He's stretching. Well, not stretching, but
Nicely played.
I'd say between not really. Might call the carom on the 9, but the trouble is the cue ball stays there. He might thin the ball and come up where he is. I always like to try to see what these play the balls with these guys. Yeah, a little thick.
I think he may have got cover from the 7.
Kick and stick. Call it top left corner pocket.
Yep, that's exactly what he was doing.
Kick and stick, lots of left. Standing room only, or is it a sellout? I think it's a sellout. That worked out very nicely, actually. He just gets a float right over to the 8. That's all he could ever ask.
As long as he takes his time, should have a...
Oh,
Ooh.
that one wiped his feet. Low right, back to the middle diamond where his hand is, right through his hand. Went straight with it. I more prefer cushions.
I've been trying to learn that.
3-2 in favor of Nilbert here. Fine young man, he's married to Daisy, one of the better playing ladies down this way too. She's not Daisy Lim. I believe she was like Daisy, like Beyond Court or something like that. Next to him is his good buddy, R.J. Carmona, who is a really good player. I call him Happy Feet. I say it's Happy Feet. He's evil. 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 But the thing, I'll tell you though, Ray, and this is, you watch these guys like, see RJ is over there just aimlessly hitting balls, and there's a shot that he could be practicing that would hold him in good stead. And that would be the break. I've been coming to regional tournaments for over 40 years, and I don't ever see, the only guy I saw practicing the break was Mike Davis.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was talking with Donnie Hewitt earlier, and he was saying that we were talking about how the break is such a key essential for only being one shot per game. It could set the entire pace for the rack, or it could give the entire rack away.
Look at him back there. Look what he's doing. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's won almost 200 tournaments like this.
Wow.
See, most of these guys are lazy. They don't have the discipline. See, that's discipline. That's the only shot we know happens every game. All the other shots are negotiable, Ray. Okay, here comes Mark's opportunity to even this count up at 3 apiece. He has an attractive opportunity here. He'd like to get back where his cue ball is right now.
Mm-hmm. Keep going a little bit more, maybe.
I think it'll go, and he's got just the right angle to get perfect on the 6. Not today.
Goes back to what you're talking about. You can't touch those rails.
No. And there's a gaff, you see, and a lot of amateur players don't know this. And I tell people this all the time. See, shots like that are a gaff. because too often people shoot for the middle of the pocket, and down the rail, the middle of the pocket's not available. See the 7 ball, for example?
Mm-hmm.
The center of the pocket, to hit that, you have to go through that cushion to get to it. He's got to play to the outside half where the boot of the pocket is. You see where the leather boot is?
Yep.
You got to imagine the center of that ball hitting that boot. That's your real line. Here's another example of that. He's got to play to the outside half. Yeah, that's horrendous.
As soon as he hit it, it looked like it was gonna.
He hit that like a scared schoolboy. I hate to knock old Nil though, but great guy, but he just didn't trust his stroke. That's
Nice
a good
little
shot.
safety.
Left lots of distance. And discipline. You know, this is probably the 3rd round on the winner's side, and this is only a 32-player tournament, so you win this, you're
In
pretty
the
much
round.
guaranteed to be in the mozzarella. Get a little nibble of the cheese, if you please.
Nice shot.
He drills that ball. But you know what, Ray? He didn't
Twice in a
shoot.
row.
There it is one more time.
Trying to drag it.
Right. That's why he's got a job. Don't knock him. He's a nice young man. He's got lots of game too.
Wow.
Well, eventually the law of gravity had to take over.
I don't know what it is. I'm not seeing the balls right.
The devil got his hand on that first one, that 9 ball. That devil got his hand. He was live from Hollywood and Clark. That was the site of the Whiskey A Go-Go, a little nightclub that featured all kinds of fabulous music acts over the years, recorded there and all. Hollywood and Clark.
A little before my time, I think.
Yeah, when you get to Whiskeys, you cannot walk, you cannot talk or chalk. All you can do is balk and gawk.
Gonna be shooting out of the pocket, looks like.
If this set goes to the wire, which it might, that's a game that he might live to regret. A good move. Where are you originally from, Ray?
Originally from Jamestown, New York, about an hour south of Buffalo.
Sure. Lot of good pool players from New York, upper New York there.
Ooh, and he misses it all together.
Danny DiLiberto.
We're known more so for bowling, actually, up there. From our area, there've been about 4 or 5 professional bowlers.
He's either going to play safe or play the 10 ball. I think he's going to try to play the 10 ball. He's getting lazy.
I can't tell if he's that or if he's just trying to get the breakout off the one, maybe. That's a long shot in tight pocket.
He called the 10, I think. See, the shot that's he's every right to go for the 10 because the 2-7 are nasty. Or he could play the safe to go into the 2-7.
The way he was...
He's playing the 10.
He was playing the double. I saw him checking the rail where he was going to draw the cue ball.
That was a very good shot. Good. See, that was... I tell my students all the time this, Ray. There are days you're not going to shoot good, but you can play good every day. Play the correct shots. You'll win games that just because the other guy lost them and you won them, not because you overpowered the racks or shot lights out. There are a lot of people can only win when they shoot lights out. They can't win races in slow times. Kind of like the horses, the Preakness.
I like to think I'm a somewhat humble shooter. I don't think I'm as good as some of the people I play against. I like to think I'm smarter because when I'm not shooting good, I play really good defense.
Oh, that's what it's all about. This is a lockdown for sure. He should about belly him on the 7. He doesn't want this to go in.
Did he
now.
call safe?
He called safe, and he's gave him a perfect shot of the 3 ball. Who knew?
Just like we did it earlier with the 5 ball.
I can't believe his good fortune. He's just laughing. What can he do? Now it's a natural brush the 6 down table and fall right on the 5. Well, he was a little
too soft, maybe.
A little cute. Oh, I guess he's good. Yeah. On the wrong side of the 6. That's no good. Can't draw it across him because he's got the 9.
Play it with follow and come around the other side of the 9.
Yeah. But he ends up on a little bit. We'll see. I'm just looking at his. He would like to have been coming 2 rails out of that corner, but the 8's got him. He draws across the 9.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to shoot draw still.
See if he makes it, he catches a piece of the 9. Safe behind the 8.
I thought he was gonna make it again.
Only one per customer per rack there. Two cushions. Two cushions. He has to look between these two diamonds, and no, not that way. Gotta look two cushions, son. Come off this top rail. No, not that way.
I think he's gonna go directly at it, maybe.
He's gonna try to spin it off of there. He could hit it. Oh, he bellied it on a 10. I'd like to see a runner and go behind the 8 again. A lot of left-hand English. That isn't going to reach.
Oh,
Just reached. For a second, I didn't think it was going to reach.
I was doubtful at first too.
Nobody practices this shot at the pool room much.
Oh, that was real close.
Outside half.
Hopefully he don't shag this 9. No.
Oh, how's the speed trooper? Nil takes a 5-2 lead.
He has the break.
Yep.
That's gonna be a good match right over there, next table.
I saw that was watching a boy in the green practicing.
Yeah, it's down in Hewitt. He's a local, plays in a lot of leagues. Pretty good shot.
If he's on the third round of the winner's side,
No, they're in the B side.
both RJ got beat once.
If he's playing Donnie, yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember who went number 1 in the Calcutta, but they said that he got put out into the B side already too.
Chris Bruner.
Yeah, he got put out first round.
Time to knock the 10 in.
Down there looking at it, trying to get an idea of what to do.
God. Unless you can hit it. Is a surefire bet to sell out unless you can.
Looks like he's gonna play it out.
Oh, it goes. Both the Giorgio, never mind. I sort of like him playing the carom with the draw. As a 4-ball is
Oh.
no, that's so ugly it defied description.
I think he played it out because looking at the table, there's no real good combination to the 10 ball. Everything is on the outside of the table. Nothing's really in the center of the table.
Good practice game for amateurs is scratch pool. You ever play that? Where you shoot balls in off the cue ball and now he might as well pocket the 10 now. Where you shoot, okay. Ball goes, okay. Well, this is a key game for Mark. I like him playing the 10 with the cue ball and playing the 8-ball safe. Not here. Don't go. Six games to 2 in favor of Nilbert. Nice shot there from Nilbert. Very good on this angle from the 2 to the 3. He's got to hurry a little. I think he's all right. Another, maybe a hair too far. I think he's all right. Is it the high right and 2 cushions? Or is it the low left and around the 7? That's all right. It didn't make it so bad. Cost him about 3-4 inches. Uh-oh, that's gone.
It's a nice shot.
No, he doesn't have it. He's got to go over the 8. The monitor tells me that. Can't tell from this vantage point, you know, with the naked eye.
It's a nice shot on the 6. Just got unlucky with a bad leave.
Well, he was on the wrong angle. You see, he had too thin a cut, and it couldn't control the cue ball the way he liked. The ball got away from him a little.
Liz Taylor just got done leaving with her sticks put away. I don't think she got her match either.
It's another chance to check air pockets and atmospheric conditions over the 10 ball. See if there's any crosswinds going in the backstretch.
The tough part about this here is because of how deep in the pocket it is. He don't want to follow it in.
All the pockets are deep on these tables. You play mainly on the diamond bar tables, Ray?
Yeah, on the 7-footers in the other room, mainly.
Nice hit.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually an easy position if he makes it. He's got to shoot just pocket speed.
Yeah, even from being a more so bar environment than most places, Inland Reef, where I shoot at on Tuesday nights, he's got 8 nice 7-foot diamonds in there. Nice soft touch.
Well struck. Missed that ball like he did last summer. This is a freebie, Nil figures. He might make this.
I think he's gonna play a safe on it.
Oh, good call, Ray. I don't know if he's got shape this way. That's short.
No.
That's as good as he could have left it, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's close enough or far enough off the rail to back cut it. Maybe the back bank, maybe? Ooh.
Well, that'll settle that. He fired it wide.
Yeah, I think he was trying to cut it.
He's trying to cut the room rent. The sheriff, the landlord, and the locksmith were all on the scene. And if the room rent wasn't delivered, we got somebody sleeping under the bridge tonight, competing with the rodents and the flies. Mark Lacson takes game number 9 and trails 6 games to 3.
Nice shot by Donnie Hewitt on the table next. Jump bank shot.
From the pike position, the degree of difficulty, 7.9 on a scale of 9. Looks like he's going to have to call Arnold Schwarzenegger here. His movie was called The Running Man. He was going to have to use some running English.
Nice try at the carrying him on the 3 there.
Yeah. But that was...
Fortunately, it looks like it set him up real nice on the 1.
Yes and no. That's a good shot, all right. He was practicing this shot on the front table.
Looks like practice paid off.
Here's his trouble. See how the 4 ball is on his reach rail.
Just like so.
He's on his reach rail.
This is going to be the hard transition from the 4 to the 5.
See, that was the trouble.
I think he actually hit it too hard. If he would hit it a little softer, I may have caught inside the 7.
That's a dyed-in-the-wool safety here. Just bank it up table and stick it.
Just like that.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to play safe to that shape to that safety. It's a difficult concept for some to grasp. He might. Oh, he made the kick, but he's mismanaged his mineral. He, that one skidded. He wanted to be farther up than that. In fact, he's subject not to like this.
Maybe. I was starting to wonder if maybe the combination would be a good play, but I guess he felt confident in the 6.
He's going to inside this ball. Well done. That's tender there. Tender vittles.
Just like that, it goes from 6-2 to 6-4.
Yeah.
And he's got the break. Be nice to see him come back. Been a lot of blowouts on the A side so far.
A lot of 7-3, 8-3 matches, like 2 of them, and
In the previous match, Bird was up 3-1. Next thing you know, he ended up losing.
yeah, he gave away a couple games that he had, and it was. Pocketed the 1 ball and has a
Decent leave on the 2.
yeah. That's all you could ask for.
Nice little bump on the 8-ball. Oh. That 3-ball does not want to go in.
It's got too much red paint on it.
Neil got a good leave out of it at least. Kind of got lucky and got in front of the 8, but I was gonna be shooting over the 8 trying to get leave for the 6. Maybe just enough offset. Nice leave, and Nil takes that one. That's going to put Nil on the hill.
This is really this set's kind of dragging. It's almost like putting the pendulum in front of me and telling me my eyes are getting heavier. I feel I have to sleep. See how they're messing with the balls there. You're not really allowed to touch them with your hands once the rack is taken away. It's like a 10 ball is the play.
Can't blame him.
No. They roll the cue ball behind the 6-8 or 8-4.
It looks like he's going to play it straight up instead of playing the double.
Good
Nice
shot.
What's that? Oh, and he got the one. Tell the tournament's starting to wind down. Looking around, noticing more and more empty tables.
Yeah. We started with a field of 32. And I'd say we have between 12 and 16 left. This is the third round on the winner's side, and it's only 5 total to the championship with 32 players. Well, they just don't go out of the. You got to master at playing balls out of pockets too. Very tough tables and tough conditions today too. Good thing was I didn't have to put on a sweatshirt and see my breath back here. It's almost like you needed an exorcism, you know, like it kind of like when you have ghosts and hauntings, it gets frozen. You got all the frozen ghosts, all these busted out pool players that died out in here, you know.
I think it was the movie Sixth Sense, where like you could tell when there's spirits around because you could see your breath.
That was a good movie. I saw that in the early 2000s with Hallie Joe Osment and Bruce Willis. That was a real good movie. That's the one thing I never understand.
What's that?
That.
Oh, cell phones? I saw a meme on Facebook earlier today, and it was making fun of teachers because they used to always tell us, you won't have a calculator in your pocket all the time. And now we literally do.
Sure. The trouble is that mathematical skills are still going to be required at the very rudimentary level in order to get the brain thinking logically and have the discipline of taking the steps rather than the instant gratification of...
I mean, me personally, I love math, and when I've taken math courses for college, I still tried to work them out on paper before bringing out the calculator just to double check myself.
Sure. But I find that texting, I've never texted in my life. And you showed me yours, and I'll show you mine.
The old school flip phone.
2002. And it's just fine for me. I got the Bluetooth one in the car. I plug it in, and people want to call me. I can talk hands-free. I don't have to write a silly little note like junior high school or something, you know. To me, texting is impersonal. And
Oh, too much draw.
yeah, he did. He scorched that one. But that's me. You know. But then ballpoint pens didn't come into play till I was in the 4th grade. That's a pretty good
Nice.
shot. He might have left a little orange slice of the ball, a little orange peel. See, look at Davis back there.
Mm-hmm. Still practicing his breaks. I mean, yeah, I did have a little piece of 5-ball there. My opinion, like part of the reason I don't play a lot of 10-ball is I've tried, I just cannot master the break. It is one of the hardest breaks for some reason.
Well, I could tell you that
I've even tried watching YouTube videos.
you can do that these days. They sure have enough of them. In fact, I'll tell you, my wife is a database administrator and is very, very computer savvy, to say the very least. She's made her living with computers for 30 plus years. We got one of those smart TVs.
Okay.
And we want to figure out how to get the internet and all on there, so we can watch pool matches and things. And we're you know what I told her? Call a professional, and I'm more than glad to pay. You know, I don't have any qualms about that. You know, we got one coming this week, and maybe they'll teach us the vagaries of bringing YouTube and all these things up on the big screen TV we have that give us some options, even when we have like 200 and some stations and nothing's on.
Yeah, my wife got like all these ultimate packages for our cable, and I watch maybe 10 channels.
Well, I enjoy watching, of all things, horse racing. I like horse racing. They have that's a nice shot.
That was.
Very stylish. Mark is going to close the gap to 7 games to 6.
Might see this one go hill. It's definitely not going to be a blowout.
Well,
7-6.
Yep. But that's what we have in the offing this week. She tried mightily. She was on the tech support lines with various geeks in California and wherever, Arizona, wherever she was talking to them, I don't know. And for all that, they told us that we had the wrong remote. We've had this TV 4 years and it had the wrong remote for the TV. You know, the cable TV, you know, is another remote for that.
There's a remote for everything.
I get remotely and out of patience. Not even remotely. Oh.
Try and play safe. Roll
No
a little too
good.
far.
I think it's no good, Nick.
I mean, he can see it, so it failed in that aspect, but not really sure what he can do with it.
He's going to go hit about 3/4 ball, bank it towards the 7, and send the cue ball up between the 6, 10, and 9. If he can
Yeah, but playing safe was the only option out there. There wasn't really many pockets.
send the cue ball between the 6, 10, and 9.
Did he hit it too hard also?
No,
Nope.
he hit it good. That's pure right there. That
Called a 5 ball.
I see how he's calling. It'd be interesting to see. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, did I hurt you? Did I hurt you, hon?
That
Did
was
I
a
hurt
hell
you?
of a nice try.
Yes, indeedy. You got twisted. You can't fist it. Nice, good shot.
And RJ just beat Donnie 7-2.
Mark Donnie deceased, at least for the tournament. And I try to cross bank this ball and get the 7 out of the way. Like that. Nice move. Not bad.
I'll say that playing on a 9-foot table, there's definitely a whole new aspect to the game. Like you see a lot more people trying the full length banks on a 7 than you do on a 9.
Yeah. see, back when I started to play on 7-foot tables, they used to have oversized cue balls.
Really?
Yes, because they couldn't have the cue ball as the same size as the object balls, because it would go into the where the object balls go, and it would vend with the object balls on tables that were built to vend quarters in those days. And they had the oversized cue ball that would go to its own compartment, and that was a skill in itself to be able to play with the big ball, because you couldn't draw it like you could draw these other balls. You had to play pops and force shots, and it was a completely different game. But people playing on a lot of the other bar tables other than diamonds.
Valley's like the other big one. They got a bunch of those here too.
They got a room at Peninsula that's full of in Newport News, the place we stop on tour here. We were just there 2 months ago playing 8-ball. You know, and they
Nice breakout shot opportunity here.
oh, look at this! That ball like spun to the. And the 5-ball just stayed married to it. But those tables are built to vend quarters, and years ago, when I was just spending days and nights in pool rooms, which was my way of life. These bar hustlers would come into the pool rooms in the daytimes, because all the suckers that would come to them at night would be busy earning their paychecks so that they could give it to them. And they'd come in and play us on the big tables. And after about an hour, you'd hear them start to whine. It'd be different if I could get you on a bar table. And I would look at him and say, let's see if that's true, but I don't like bars, so you got to double the bet for me to go to any bar and listen to chemically induced laughter. You know, and to listen to those cackles and those idiots. That's short. He shot for the center of the pocket, so the outside half. But so, I still make more balls than they will. Especially playing 9-ball. They had no shot in the world. I said, we'll go to the bar, you got to double the bet. That way I'd be there in only half as long as I would be otherwise to break them. Because I'd break them. And after I got their last barrel, I would look at them and say, get a job.
Whoa, slow down.
That's close enough for jazz. That's a straight pull break shot. Yeah.
Do you just play it with top for a break shot?
Yeah. Actually, not really top. I roll the ball on the bottom of the cue ball.
Okay.
In other words, with the here we go, we got action.
Oh yeah, hill.
No matter where you go, there they are. But rolling the ball on the bottom is actually going to transfer better top spin to object ball. When you hit the ball high with the regular stroke ray, the object ball is going to take a little draw, and it's actually going to go against the grain. You know, these are you got to be a doctor of meteorology, of physics, of rhythm, of the dance, and of the mind. Plus, you got to have a little innate ability and tactile sense to play this game.
Well,
Here we go. This is the big one.
Mark gets the break of the last rack. I would say momentum is kind of in his favor right now. There goes the 8 ball. He's got a decent shot.
Oh,
on
he's got a tremendous shot. He's got a very, very attractive looking layout
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Ray. Very attractive.
No trouble balls really.
Now, you see how the 6 and 7 are shoot stop in the. See how they're like in sort of like a coloring book pattern. Connect the dots.
The only hard part I would say maybe is going from the 3 to the 4. Maybe if he plays the combination.
You don't want to play the combination. 5 is as perfect out to that 6 ball on the rail. Oh, that was that tender. That was tender victuals there. He's got to draw his rock, but he's going to hit the 9 coming back. He's got to draw it straight back, past the 9.
Maybe playing with top, come between the 9 and the 10.
No top. He's got to draw his ball.
Well-
He's actually got he's got a tiny little angle going to his right, or going to his left as the player sees it. Because if he shoots at the center of the pocket, he'll jar it because that ball isn't all the way clear from the cushion. See, he's going to draw and hit the 9. Now he's going to have to play the carom. Roll it real gently and hit the 3, and then the 5 ball and the carom, or the
Calls the
bank.
5.
No, the bank doesn't go. The 9's in the way. He's got to play the carom on the 5. The 2 so hard.
Yeah, I would not have played it that way.
Oh no, he's all right. He's got to play the high left ball to the 4,
I wonder if he had the back bank on the 3 maybe.
or it's a safe. Shoot and stop right there and send it up table.
His
That's what it looks like he wants to do.
Gotta be careful, he'll pull a nil.
Like I said. And the 4 ball's in his kick lane. At the 3 off the right side rail. He looked to the left. He's in trouble.
He's calling it.
Well, let's see what Nil comes up with here. Oh, he made a good hit. Oh, and
Not a bad leave either, from the looks of it.
he gave him the Turkish water pipe that time. The hookah.
And the 3 ball is just enough out of the pocket where it's not really.
Is he tree topped him as well?
He just called it. He just called the cross side.
But
Oh.
this is very touchy.
He can see the whole 3 ball, just not sure if he can see enough of it to send it down. Nope, he's playing defense.
Sold out. He's at standing room only, if not a sellout. I got the ultras, the silver thins hit on the 3. and put the electric eye on the 3 and come back near the 4. Got to sculpt this shot. This is a hell of a match it turned out to be. Not the greatest played match in the world, but it had its moments.
Mm-hmm.
Davis is going to play Scott Haas next on this TV table, folks. And that's going to be a good match in its own right. I got him thinning the ball real. See how his angle was? He was coming right at the 4 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want the 3 to come out. I don't blame him. He might have sold it out. In fact, it looks like he sold it out. I might be wrong. Selling out means that you gave your man a shot. Kick and stick.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh,
Beautiful.
That's gruesome. That's evil. Evil. He's evil.
I can't tell. He might be able to see a sliver.
He could put garlic breath on the 3 ball. You know, when the ball just waves.
He called the corner. Wow, nice shot.
Might be. Might.
This is going to make it interesting now.
He might be calling color track here. The Leslie Caron for color track. The 4 ball is purple. The 10 ball is blue. If these colors don't seem right to you. The old RCA, color TVs when they were new. The color track by RCA. I got so much Americana in my one brain cell that
They called the corner pocket. Not sure he's called the 4 or the 10.
I like the 10 for the cash because you bank the 4 ball back into the 6-7 and you got a free shot. And that has a real good chance to go. That's all right. He still has plenty of pocket billiards to play from here. This is where they leave the ball in the hole. With this a ball and a half off the cushion.
This
Yep.
is a shot I practice often. Just 'cause one of my biggest weaknesses, I can't do the long walk.
This shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you're over that ball, this just a suggestion. Get behind the object ball and envision the center of it hitting that boot. And then when you stroke to the pocket, don't even look at the ball. Let your eye go right at the boot and watch what happens.
I'll give that a try.
The worst you can do is vilify me on Facebook or something. Or at least repudiate or excoriate me. Oh.
That's what I do most of the time.
Well, he quick stroked it is what he did.
Oh, better stop if it stops in the sight.
Oh, he
might have that.
Oh, he does, but the route is compromised. Coming off the second rail, he might catch the 7. Anything can happen.
Playing with draw.
Oh, he went right around the 7. This is one where high right in English a little bit, inside English, and come back and clip to 7. Or go in front of it for the side. Or banking and stick and play safe.
I think that's what he's gonna do.
No, he
Oh,
hit it
went for
rough. He hit it rough, and
Yep.
the bleacher bums are out. Whoever makes the 6
Should be out.
should be out. Oh, wow.
Like we said, should be.
It looks like I can hear the echo of the tumbrils. In other words, those horse-drawn carrots that used to take the aristocrats to the guillotine in the Reign of Terror and the French Revolution.
Oh, it might not be as easy as it looks. Mark's looking at it like it might be saying just out of the pocket.
I'm sorry for laughing. He laughed.
He's laughing too.
These guys are having fun. They're competing,
that's-
but they're having fun.
Nice shot.
Look out. Oh, no, he's behind the 7. Or he got behind.
I think he may have cleared it.
Yeah. Well, he's still got to cut the room rent. I still can't say the condemned man ate a hearty meal yet. Or is the warden taking phone calls?
I mean, they're not out of it yet, so even if they lose, they still got a chance.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is true, but that was
Nice
a well
shot.
hit ball there.
Yep.
But look at this. He's wrong on this ball. And his chances are very strong to scratch in corner pocket.
Corner pocket near us.
Yeah, or 2 in the side. You could get him either way. He's either got
Yeah,
to jack. He's got to jack up and fire it. He's going to be right on top of it.
Yeah, he put
This is the perils of Pauline.
he put draw on it, took it out of this corner pocket, and it brought it
Yeah.
straight back up the table.
Well, we might have 5 more shots. I can't even say my condemned man ate a hearty meal thing.
Looks like he's gonna play a safe.
When I was gambling playing, we'd do stuff to have stuff like this, and we would look at one another and both say one word at the same time.
And what's that?
Extension. In other words, let's make the race to 10.
Think he's gonna try and do the thin cut, bring it back down.
This is a shot if you got a case of the whiskeys. I liked hitting it on the other side myself.
Being that's the shorter side, yeah, I would agree with you.
Get farther away from the pocket.
No, he's going for it.
Long and tough. Long and Foster's best buddy is Long and Tough. That was a subsidiary of Long and Foster. Lots of real estate in between there and the cheese. They might still say extension.
Neil just went somewhere.
He's going to have to go and going an attitude adjustment seminar. I always have a lot more fun when I'm in the booth with somebody though, Ray. I generally just don't cut up much. But one thing that'll keep you from jumping up. I played in a pool room once that had a full-grown African lion running around in it loose. For real. Man got it when it was a cub. He got it on a debt. He was a collector for loan sharks and bad people, and a guy gave him this lion cub to hold on an $800 debt. Then the guy gets locked up with no bail, so he couldn't get out. So he was stuck with the lion. And that's a story in itself. But we had fun. Can you imagine? Imagine a lion. Hey. We're looking at 7-7, and Nil is about to cut the room rent.
I was talking to a few guys, and they were saying like, get open and make a run.
Over chipped a cheddar, but he over chipped it correctly. This is he didn't chunk it into the cushion.
Kept the 10 ball in the center of the table, at least center of the rail.
If he calls, he's going to call a cut.
He's laughing about it too.
He's going to play the low left and two cushions back to the center trademark.
Yep.
As I end the refrain, this is Cyrano de Bergerac. Got to spin it to win it.
Oh.
Thrust home. As I end the refrain, thrust home. So said the guy with the gallant proboscis from Gascony.
They're giving each other dabs. Neither of them really want to make this shot.
I didn't hear what he called.
Oh.
Yep.
That 10 ball before that, I was just hit it thin because.
Leave it in the middle of the
Yeah,
rack.
yeah.
Leave it in the middle.
I wasn't even trying to make it because it's like an awkward.
But it was hard to play it safe on that one. It was
Yeah.
hard to play safe on
That one I can't play safe too.
As I end the refrain, thrust home. The warden wasn't taking phone calls. The governor was calling, but the warden was out to lunch. We'll be back in a few moments with our next live stream match on the Action Pool Tour.